Well, shortly after I returned from World War II, introduced me to a sport that to this day is embedded deeply within me.
You know, Scorchy, I'm the first man ever took you fishing.
I'll never forget it, Lem. Do you remember where we went?
Yes, we went through Pond Creek, Sandy Creek, out through Shoal Prong, into the Sound. I'll never forget it.
I remember the ensuing years that slipped rapidly by. Their fame grew, but they were never too busy for the thousands of strangers who showed up at their shop thinking maybe they would be in the presence of haughty celebrities. Lem, a disciple of poetry, would soon dispel that thought with one of his favorites.
I'm just a dumb old country boy who ain't so very smart, and when I talk, I get mixed up. My gears are hard to start. It seems I don't have many brains like other folk I know, and when it comes to society, my dumbness there I show. I find it don't take many brains the best in life to gain. It's not your wealth or who you are, prestige you might obtain. It only takes just simple faith, eternal light to find. No matter whoever you stand, there's grace for all mankind. I'm still that same dumb country boy, and I hope I'll always be. Just dumb enough to trust the Lord for all eternity. So I'll just keep traveling on with Jesus in my heart. I'm just a dumb old country boy who ain't so very smart.
In 1972, their halcyon days began to fade. Lem suffered a stroke which left him paralyzed on one side. After a lengthy rehabilitation, he returned to the shop and with much effort began slowly carving again. In 1976, Steve passed away. Lem was deeply hurt.
The chopping block is silent, the hatchet rings no more. Those fragrant cedar shavings no longer fill the floor. The sawdust isn't in the air, your tools are packed away, but all those pleasant memories are with me every day. But soon I'll lay my tools with yours, our toiling be no more, and then we'll be united on that eternal shore.
In 1979, Lem lost a leg due to poor circulation, but did not lose his spirit.
If God is willing, I'm going to walk again, and I expect to go fishing with you before it's over with.
And he did walk again, and I was there to record his first steps on his artificial leg.
I think the proudest moment of my dad's life was the day that he walked into the Civic Center on his prosthesis. He and Charlie Bounce strutted in there, and he was just he looked so proud and wonderful.
I was walking with a cane then because of a back operation, and Lemon said, I'm going to walk in there one more time. And I said, well, if you do, I'm going to walk with you. When we get in there, I'm going to put you in a wheelchair. But we got there, and we walked in that front door, and I think both of us had tears in our eyes.
In 1983, Lem seemed to sense his fatalism. He was drawing and remarking prints under the guidance of artist and close friend Jack Schroeder when I asked him to recite a poem.
Sometimes when you're feeling important, and sometimes when your ego's in bloom, sometimes when you take it for granted you're the outstanding man in the room, sometimes when you feel that your going would leave an unfillable hole, just follow these simple instructions. They are good for the peace of your soul. Take a bucket, fill it with water, place your hand in it up to the wrist, then pull it out. And the hole that's remaining is the measure of how much you'll be missed. There's a moral to this story. Do the best you possibly can. Be proud of yourself, but remember, there is no indispensable man.
Then he said something I'll always remember. He said, I'd rather carve than eat, but I can't do it anymore. I've tried so hard. The dumb old country boy who never was had carved his last bird. He became bedridden shortly thereafter and passed away in August of 1984. The world had lost a legend. The world had lost a legend, but legends never die.